You little niggas numbers some cowards, little niggas numbers some feathers. I see stars in ceilings, I see scars on villains. I ain't got no feelings. Ain't got no feelings. Tell me you been in that bag, tell me you been in that jag. Tell me you been on the pineapple felon, stacking the cash. Golden play medallions, golden play medallions. I relocate with a stallion, hope you can't imagine. I can walk on water, fly away. I can go to places that ain't safe. I see stars in ceilings, I see scars on villains.
And we're live, man. Clawed up and balled up. New sponsor from Claw, man. White Claw. We bringing a new flavor, Black Claw, man. Black Claws. I don't want to make this all about us though. We got two amazing guests from the Demon Trash podcast.
Hey,
What's up, ladies?
Introduce yourself.
Ladies.
Hi, I'm Carol.
And I'm Avery.
What's up, ladies? How y'all doing?
Good.
Do y'all do y'all's best like sexy phone call voice?
Oh God. All right, hold on.
All right, let's
first.
role play. I'm be the guy calling in.
Okay.
All right, the phone's ringing. Ring, ring, ring. When y'all pick up?
Hello.
Oh yeah, I like that shit.
Okay, bye.
Oh man, yeah. Call back, raging on you. How y'all doing, man? Y'all all right?
Good. Thanks for having us. Okay, what the fuck possessed you guys to have us on?
Funny. So
Yeah, what?
Dex even asked me, he's like, "How'd you find people?" I've told people that I was bringing y'all on. They're like, "How'd you
He's
find them?"
questionable too. Right off the bat, he was like, "What the hell?"
No, because it was really out of nowhere. Because I did like this deep rabbit hole on the Instagram dive, just going through Austin podcasts, and I saw y'all's. And I was listening to it, I was like, oh, this shit's funny because they kind of loose. They say wild shit all the time.
You know, like when I approached them outside, when I met them outside the studio today, I was like, as long as y'all bring that same energy that y'all have on y'all's, it's cool.
That's who we are.
Yeah, it works.
That's
and you
straight
gave
up
us
who we
White
are.
Claw, so
Be prepared.
And that was definitely some deep research. And
It's like you're attacking her the whole episode.
Oh my God. Fuck this bitch.
Yo, and I
she's
love that
always
shit. Yeah.
on me.
I'm like, damn, you had a neck, man. Fuck.
She attacked.
You just take it, right?
She
I
protect,
do.
but she also attacks.
She's my older cousin, so I have to respect her
Easy
a
on
little
the
bit.
older.
that's awesome. How old are you guys?
26.
I'm
Is that not
24.
ridiculous? 24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel I'm.
Wait,
well,
how
I'm
old
the
are you
elder
guys?
statesman to hear
I'm
that.
28.
You're 28.
32.
Y'all are old.
Yeah.
You made it out
Right,
alive.
so
You give me hope, though. You give me hope.
We heard
yeah,
it gets
yeah.
better after 30.
Nah, I don't know.
Well,
Why you give you hope?
I
For
do.
what? What are you doing, man?
He made it like to 30.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Oh, you black. That does make sense.
Wow.
Black guys are making it.
And I was look, and I was the racist one, right?
Damn, going there already.
If y'all had to pick, which one of us has been to jail at all? Like, period. If you had to choose.
What is this like a race trap?
Yeah.
Because
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
even-
Is this a trap?
What does it feel like? I don't know.
I-
Let's do it.
I don't think I don't know if either of you've been to jail. Like I don't think you seem fine. But I mean, I know lots of people have been to jail and they're like
Definitely.
normal.
I mean, it's no particular look on
Anyone
who
can go to
actually
jail.
goes to jail.
you though.
Yeah.
Hey, I can take it. That was good.
You're
That
like,
was good. That was
you
good.
for sure.
That was tattoos, bro.
How long? How long? What's the sentence? What'd you
So
do?
federal prison was.
Yeah, how long?
Where'd you
What
go?
was the
Where'd you go?
offense?
So,
That was really good.
tell us about y'all's podcast.
You want to go? Because you said talk too much.
What? So the Demon Trash podcast, we are just keeping it real for 20-year-olds out there. Our opinion is that, there's a lot of girl boss, keep it perfect, never show a mistake or a flaw. So we kind of just wanted to open up like, hey, your 20s is hard. People are struggling and it's okay to admit that. And, so we share that through our personal lives.
I kind of get that vibe from you guys. Like, it's okay to be imperfect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of how I felt.
No,
But-
for sure. Because we live in a social media age, and I
Yeah.
think especially like us being like from the millennial generation, it's just like we cover everything up with a fucking filter or an ass pick, and it's like, yo, I struggle to pay rent just like you. Like,
Yeah.
we just try to keep it real. But like, what did your cousin say recently? He was like, it's just two girls who just complain about their lives, and I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking millennials, right?
So, okay, about Demon Trash, the name. Explain that.
So it was like this thing that we used to call each other. So like we used to text each other like, "Oh, I'm such demon trash." Like it would be like, "Oh, I just went to the gym, but then I'm like slamming a whole bottle of wine. I'm such demon trash." And then it just became like a thing between us. And then when we just had like really good chemistry, and so we were like, we should do a podcast. And then it wasn't originally going to be called Demon Trash, but then we should call it Demon Trash because we just like would call that, like we would just call each other that all the time, and like people like just got it.
Yeah, the same thing with ours, like the Rogue Lamb name. People are like, what the hell? What the fuck is a Rogue Lamb?
Yeah, we were gonna ask you what is Rogue Lamb.
Well,
So-
I'm gonna let him explain it because he actually came up with the name.
So me and my brother, man, RP. Nah, he not dead. He's alive. But me and my brother, we were in the text thread, and I was like, I need a name for this podcast I got. And he was like, I was like, Lamb. I want Lamb in it though, cause I don't know why I want Lamb in it. I just want fucking.
Do you want a Lambo?
Definitely.
Still
Who doesn't
type
want a
me?
Lambo?
You fucking still?
Who doesn't want a fucking Lambo?
I don't want a Lambo.
No, hold on. Which one of you
Hold
guys
on.
like the Tesla?
I want a fucking Tesla.
Doesn't
Call
want
me
a
what?
Tesla.
Tesla's
Call me
trash.
what, dude? I don't give a shit.
Tesla's making us
I just
lazy
don't want to
and
have to
lazier, bro.
drive.
Yeah.
What?
If I could just sit back and not have
You
to
came
drive.
to the wrong ones. We want to like
People are
eat our
dying, though.
chips,
People
and
crashing
no,
cars
they're
all the time.
not.
Well, see, no, because
Pull up the fucking articles. Pull them
I'll
up.
pull it up.
Pull it up,
I just
dude.
pulled that out of nowhere. I'll
I
pull it
rep
up
for
right
Elon
now.
all day.
Okay, all right.
because I heard on one of you guys' episodes where one of you wanted to total out a Tesla just so you can sue them and
Yes.
buy your own.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
sue him if you told it?
Well, people who drive like really expensive cars in Austin, they just pull out in front of you because they think they own the road,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, I might have like a 10-year-old car, but I will still hit you.
So recently,
You don't own the
that was
road.
So recently, this guy died in his Tesla because you know how the doors they retract. Like you gotta have the key fob for them to shoot out.
Yeah.
Because they're like fucking smashed in the door, like some
Wow.
fucking weird shit, right?
Mhm.
So the firefighters and the policemen couldn't get to him, so he burned alive inside the car because they couldn't open the door because there's no fucking door.
Come
now.
on, man.
Well,
So it's an
What
oven. It's
What
a
what a
toaster.
Sorry
sauce?
about
What a
that.
sauce? What a sauce
sorry
for?
about that.
What a sauce for?
Yeah, you're
Cut
supposed to
him
get the
out.
jaws of
Oh.
life.
Jaws of life.
Our Teslas is like saw proof though. They don't cut.
Did you really hear that shit? or you
no,
just
they're
make it
like,
up for
Is
the
that
you
sake of
gotta
it?
have
real?
like a diamond saw to cut them.
Wow.
Whatever. I mean,
I don't believe it.
you know what?
You can
Respect
send me
to
that
his
article
family, but he
later.
died in a nice car. So like,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
yeah, he died
Too
in
soon.
style.
he
But
yeah, he did.
But Rogue Lamb, I was like, Rogue, we're kind of free. We say whatever we want. We don't really follow. Like, it was more like I don't want to be a sheep. So I'm like the baby lamb that kind of like just walks away from all this shit.
Aw.
Oh, I
But see,
get
Kinda
when he
cute,
first,
right?
but when he
It's cute
first, but
shit.
when he
It's
first started
cute.
it off, it was like Oddcast Podcast. That was
Yeah.
the name of it at first, right?
I did a podcast with my cousins and my cousin and my brother, the one that's still alive. But I say he's dead, but he's alive, bro. I did a podcast with that fool, and they wouldn't. I mean, no offense to them. They had a different track of their minds were on different shit. So I started doing it by myself. Then I brought Dex in. Then shit, we was on, and now we here. We Rogue Lamb. We Rogue
Yeah,
Lamb.
man,
Well,
Rogue
when you
Lamb,
guys
baby.
hit us up, I was like, Rogue Lamb, Demon Trash. It's a match made in heaven.
I thought y'all gonna say no. I thought y'all like, what the
What the
fuck?
fuck is these black
Who-
guys? These two black guys? What they want?
I
with
mean,
us,
that's
yo?
also a
Fucking vagrants wanna
question.
get on
Yeah,
with
it's
us.
like, why do they want us on?
Yeah.
They just- they not gonna fuck with us, bro. I was like, man, they probably not. Cause it was y'all, and then it was this another podcast, like these two white moms.
Oh, so we were in competition.
No, but
I
Yeah.
y'all
honestly-
look first, but I said let me just shoot other places, but they not gonna do that.
Honestly, I thought that y'all were the better choice because those white moms would have been extremely awkward.
They would've
in
just
here
been
with
like,
us. Yeah,
why
it
not?
would,
shit.
it
Show
would
over.
have been.
I would ask them that black question. They probably turn like real red.
Red,
like,
yeah.
oh, well, we gotta go.
It's like how you flipped it on me like
Yeah.
earlier. No way that happened with
No
that
way.
other podcast.
Mm-mm.
No way that's happening.
They'd probably fuck you after the podcast, though.
Oh,
They'd be like,
if I'm lucky, right?
you gotta you gotta be better. Like, I think you gotta like be smoother with. No, you gotta like smooth it down. Bring it down for the white moms because they all of a sudden like they push a fucking baby out of their vagina and it's like they're like so Christian and so like anti everything and it's like you need to chill out. I saw you were like I used to hang out with you and you used to drink like 30 bottles of wine last
you
weekend.
know somebody. You know somebody.
Right.
You got personal look. Yeah, you know somebody. You know a white mom that's tripping.
Well, I
They go
had
crazy.
a sexualized question for you guys, but it kind of sounds like a good segue to go into it now. But fuck it, let's go into it now.
Go.
Which one of you guys are the unicorn?
The unicorn?
Virgin.
Somebody's a virgin.
Yeah.
Hold on, before you answer, wait. Oh fuck.
Me.
Oh.
Oh wow. So I
I
was
can't
like,
like
I was gonna-
deny because it's just like out on the internet. So yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you put it on your podcast. It's like
Yeah, I'm
open
just
content
like-
for everybody. It's like
Mhm.
Wikipedia.
And you're
Yeah.
20.
Go
You
ahead.
said 26,
I'm 24.
24. I mean, it's still it's not
Bro,
late.
how many virgins you know actually?
I mean, one.
Yeah,
But-
now you know what?
one, but you know. What I'm
I
saying?
know one, and he was older than me.
Oh
He-
yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Oh
an
my
incel. He's not a
God.
virgin. He's an incel though.
You didn't listen to enough of our podcasting because we went through a whole journey.
I
with
found the
them.
one other virgin in Austin,
Yeah.
and I
Y'all like feel
Still
each
didn't-
other's like aura and shit. Like, damn, man, you ain't came either.
Well, she
You
didn't say
probably
that.
coming,
No,
my
no,
bad.
no,
yeah,
no.
I didn't say
She
that.
didn't say that because it was a lot of talk about masturbation on. I think
Oh.
the episode was called Lust.
Oh, yeah.
We did our 7 Deadly Sin series, and we had an episode on lust, and we talk about it. But yeah.
Y'all pro masto? Pro masto's in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey,
I'm
you 5 you up. Give me some 5 for the pro.
he
masto.
is definitely pro mass. Like
With that hand, or I hope so.
Yeah, I like
Which
Left-
one?
I don't. Me and Lefty don't talk. Man.
Okay.
Y'all safe, you know what I'm saying?
I knew that one looked like a little strong.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I'm the oddball out. I'm not gonna say I've never masturbated,
Weird
but
flex.
I'm not a
What a weird
big
flex, dog.
masturbator. I like the real thing. Like
That
I mean,
is
so
a
do we
weird
all.
flex.
So do we all, though.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Wait, why though?
I just do.
Just
man.
doesn't need
like
to.
I'm not even like say for instance, I'm not even like a strip club cat. Like I don't like to go in a strip club, watch females dance, and get my dick hard. Right? I'd rather have a woman at home. She gets my dance, it gets my dick hard, and then we can do whatever we have to do after that.
So
First-
you're a unicorn to us.
yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
weird,
basically.
bro. You weird.
You're
Like he
strange.
just like running off a whole list of like. I know y'all brought up P-Hub, Pornhub, but he has like a
P-Hub.
master.
Wait a minute.
master-
P-Hub
I'm an addict now. Okay,
P-Hub
you
is
make
a
me sound-
different
make
site.
me sound like I like-
P-Hub's a different site. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
probably P-Hub is probably
What is it
definitely
like?
a origin like a
Pornhub.
meme site. Say the hub, bro. Put some respect. on
Put
it.
a hard
Pornhub.
R on it too.
You type
Porn.
P-Hub into the internet browser, it's probably gonna be nothing but like piss videos. And it gets
Oh,
crazy.
man.
It gets crazy like that, bro.
Well, they said they had it on their Roku.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He does.
That's right up on our when me and my boyfriend turn it on. It's like Pornhub, Netflix, YouTube.
That's always the first one.
So,
Yeah.
so relationship status, boyfriend.
Wait,
and-
wait, wait.
Single.
Hold on.
We gotta tap this virgin thing. That's crazy,
my
bro. We
God.
gonna let
Go
that
ahead.
slide.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you know what?
no.
Yeah, hey.
You know what? My bad, bro.
You
Go
didn't-
ahead.
No, you
No,
found a
dive.
diamond. We got a
Dive.
diamond in the rough in
Bro,
our presence.
And
Actually.
I'm real protective, so be respectful. Be respectful.
Hey, we don't want no problems. So we going to jail. We got problems. They call cops. We out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, say.
Be respectful. Now ask her about her
I
sex
knew
life.
this was a possibility.
Okay, so
I
are you
never
a
thought
virgin?
it would've
You're a virgin by
happened. Yeah.
choice.
By choice,
Yeah. Like you've chosen not to have sex.
it's choice,
Choice
and
or
no opportunity, I guess.
So
But I
what?
don't create opportunity for myself.
Yeah.
There's opportunity
You know what I
out
mean?
there. Women, I feel like women have the least like it's not hard.
Somebody
for
will
y'all to have
fuck
sex.
you, basically.
Yeah.
Somebody.
100%.
That's the thing. I know I can find someone to have sex with. It's just like
Oh, I
I
can-
don't.
Sure,
I
yeah.
can't find anybody that I want to have sex with.
You're picky.
Yeah, I'm too
you're
picky.
vain.
She's so picky,
So no,
guys.
What's your ideal guy to have sex with?
Oh my God, like Chris Pratt, but he has
Chris
to like.
Pratt?
Yeah.
Is he a Christian guy? I thought we was talking to demon trash.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought he was gonna say something
Listen,
crazy.
okay, but the Christian stuff, I think she's like, oh, he went a little left field with that.
Yeah. It's
She-
just like enough of that. He's just hot.
Chris
But
Pratt.
like, you know.
He probably don't even like. He probably won't even like eat a coochie. He probably like
Like he might like make you wait,
put a
right?
condom on him.
Yeah.
You got a girl condom, right? You can't be touching, or we can't be touching things.
Good
together.
question.
You got some rap. What's the rap? The rap that the women
Yeah,
use
like
for
a
sex.
dental dam or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, man.
Some
No,
crazy weird shit.
she's just particular. She's really picky, and she I mean, bruh, if you left it to me, she'd be laid in 3 hours. Okay, I can make a few calls, but she is just like
I mean, she's
just
not.
like.
I don't think you're a bad. You can get laid if you wanted to. But
Absolutely.
She just don't want
She's
to.
gotten offers, but she's just like, but you're not good enough for me. It's that.
Bro, your first lay usually isn't. I mean, it's a lay though.
That's
Just
what I
knock it
say.
Yeah,
off.
it's
That's
not
what
the
she
first time ain't never
says.
perfect, right?
Bro,
It's
I
just-
was hot. Thing I had my shorts on still was bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like mentally, I also need to connect with someone, and I feel like
Jesus
in
Christ.
this, sorry, it's just like in this day and age, it's just
Don't
like
apologize, Dan. You
guys-
shut your mouth.
guys
she
are
needs
just
to emotionally
like-
connect, sir.
You
they're
gonna be
just
burning
like-
the rest of your
just
life,
right
goddamn.
off the bat, they're just like, come over to my place and like, let's watch Netflix
Yeah.
and
You are a
chill.
virgin in a hard time though. You're a virgin 2019 where
Yeah.
niggas are animals.
That's why I called you. That's why I
Yeah.
called you a unicorn.
Niggas
like
are animals, bro.
it's kind
Yes.
of rare
'Cause
to
we
find
are
that.
we're hypersexualized, right? Because there's incels like there's dudes that
What do you
can't
call them?
get laid.
Gushers?
Ah,
I
You
just I did homework too.
Yeah, he made that.
I made
shit
that up. Like I made the whole definition of that up.
I just wanted snacks after it.
Yeah.
But,
That shit suck though, bro. I don't wanna fuck with them hoes.
Yeah.
but
Niggas
no,
stuck in
like
teeth.
it would be like this guy. Like I would read her messages and it would just be like, "Oh yeah, my name's like Andrew," and she's like Avery, and he's like, "Want to come over?" It's like, whoa.
Well, Andrew's a serial killer name, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck
Yeah, I
Andrew.
wouldn't
Yeah.
go over
Well,
there.
it's like not even meet in a public place or like talk one on one first. It's just like let's come over and have sex, and it's just like
What are these sites like? Plenty of Fish or
no,
things like
just
that?
like Tinder,
Tinder.
and
Well, Tinder's a fuck site.
Bumble.
Bumble's a fuck
Bumble
site.
Wait,
and
Hinge?
Or like farmers.com. They want to like meet people first.
Christian
I
Mingle.
need to go into Christian
Well, I don't think
Mingle
I
or
don't think they
something.
will.
Match.
be
Well, no, 'cause
demon
you-
demon
match.
trash Christian
Shit.
Mingle. I don't know.
Oh my God, her mom won't even listen to our podcast because she thinks we like summon demons or some shit.
Yeah, she thinks we
So I
summon
thought y'all were emo
demons.
when I first read y'all name. Is that
Oh
accurate?
Emo?
my God,
See
yeah.
the rough for
We're
you on
big on
Facebook?
Hot Topic. What?
You see what he wrote for you on Facebook?
No. What do
Do
you
they have
write?
Facebook? Do they have Facebook?
You have Facebook?
Yeah, on Demon
He
Trash
wrote-
Facebook.
Yeah.
He's
Sweet.
just gonna read what you.
I laughed. I was like, well, that's.
I didn't even
that's
read it.
cool. That's cool. Cool title to give them, man.
What?
We got. He said we got emo snow bunnies coming onto the show. And now I'm looking at y'all.
And
You're
I
not
don't-
white.
and-
No,
yeah.
I'm half Filipino, half white.
Bam.
So
And
Got an eye for
I'm part Mexican. I just creamy.
she's like a quarter Mexican.
yeah,
Just creamy.
just creamy.
And I'm Panamanian, but you know that's a little
What's
different.
that?
South
From
American.
Panama.
From Panama.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
Scottish.
You know the
I'm like half
country?
Scottish. My dad
No,
was
I
Scottish.
don't.
Black Scott. Black Scott.
He was a black Scot.
Skeet. You got Scottish people. No, I'm just black.
Yeah, I'm just
Dark,
black too.
dark
just fucking
Negro,
with
light Negro. That's it. Just mix
you.
it.
Yeah.
Panama. I mean, there are.
I feel like we all have something else in us. I mean,
Yeah.
none of us is just like totally what we're.
Bro, if you were
labeled as.
like 40% white, that'd make my day, dog. I'd be happy. As
no
fuck.
way in hell.
You got it.
No
I
way.
don't know. 'Cause I don't know,
You
too
should
far
do
black.
like ancestry,
Well, my mom, I know. I
and
just
do
have to
it.
ask my mom because she's real deep into like ancestry.com. Like she's had it since the first edition of it,
Jesus.
and yeah, like she
She
has
can
traced
trace
us
it
back
back.
all the way back. Like she's sent like her DNA to different places to figure out like crazy shit.
I'm
But-
nervous about doing that shit.
Yeah.
I think they keep it and they're
They
like,
they
bring
track
somebody
you
else.
They
down.
file that shit down. Like everybody that
Yeah.
sends their DNA in, you pop. You in the
Well,
system.
You're a
my
conspiracy
my
theorist. I
mama-
can tell.
Wow.
I
You
can
caught-
tell.
that's a good call because he.
I'm good
definitely
at
is.
reading people.
Yeah.
He's big on conspiracy. I can tell.
She's 2 for 2 because she had the jail thing. And the conspiracy on the roll right now. But yeah, hey, stay a virgin, man. You're not missing. I'm well.
Well, no one who's been to jail wears a hoodie like that. It's cool though.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, stay a virgin. You're not missing nothing, man. Stay to the masto. Stay pro masto though. Straight up. I think that's dope because you kept your virginity till 24 is ridiculous, in a good way.
I'm just waiting for the one. She's waiting for the one. Just somebody
Either
decent.
way, that shit gonna suck, man.
Someone
It's gonna suck.
decent. I mean, God, how much?
It's so hard.
What does a girl have to ask for these days, huh? Just like a nice guy.
Yeah,
You're gonna get somebody like super experienced, and it's gonna be.
that works for me.
She's like, yes, teach me.
Yeah, perfect.
Show me the way.
That shit gonna be a nightmare, yo.
No kids either, you guys.
No
No.
kids.
Like we have like
I mean-
us two. It's like I guess y'all like polar opposites. Like we have complete whole families. Like
Are you guys
several
married?
kids. He's married. I'm not.
How many kids do you guys have?
Trey, throw him out, man.
I got 5.
No way.
What I don't look. Also, I look like I'm. I
5?
look like jail, but I don't look like a father.
No.
No, you.
That
That,
is
I'm just
not-
like that's a
He
lot
said
of
that.
children.
You said
No,
that.
it's just
That's
a lot
just-
of fucking kids.
That's just
dude.
like too many for me to fathom.
This
I'm
is-
like in this
is
day and age,
2019. Like, I can't
This
even
is the
like fathom the
1900s.
idea, dude.
5
How
kids.
many kids? How many kids do you want, if any?
Bro, she ain't even
Probably.
What
She
Yeah,
ain't
I
even
can-
sex
bro,
yet.
bro,
I haven't
first
even
of
had
all-
dick yet. Like,
First
I'm
of all,
planning
she's,
actually.
First of all, she's a
I
woman.
want 4
If
kids.
you lose your virginity and get pregnant, yo, fuck.
That's
You
my
gonna-
worst
you're gonna lose your
nightmare. I'm
mind.
just like, as soon as I have sex, I'm gonna, and, you know, I was raised Catholic, so I like also just have Catholic fear
you
and
still
guilt.
Catholic?
Like, not really.
Yeah.
Y'all,
You look fucking Catholic to you.
y'all Catholics got it hard, yo.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, I mean, I want kids. I think like a couple years ago, I was like, oh, I would love to have 3 kids because I was one of 3. But now I'm like 1.
One, yeah.
But like genetically, like I'm like next in line to have twins, which scares the shit out of me and my boyfriend. We've been together for almost 7 years, so
Cool.
we just yeah, god damn it. Just talking about this makes me have anxiety. Yeah. I'm sweating.
Well, as long as you're practicing safe sex, then
All
you'll be
right,
okay.
Dad.
Okay, thanks.
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 Okay, Father.
Thank you.
I love the sex
Well-
talk.
She's like, wrap it up.
My dad gave me the sex talk in a Ruby Tuesdays, and I was
That's why
like,
you a virgin.
I
Where you at?
know.
Your scene was all fucked up, man. Your scene was all fucked up. So y'all don't summon demons though.
I
I
mean,
mean,
not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast, no.
but
We
we
got-
I'm just kidding. No, we don't summon any demons.
I was like, okay.
Bring one in for them.
No judgment. No judgment. No. We don't do demons.
Okay.
Not fans.
I celebrate Halloween.
No.
So I'm pretty sure like y'all get like
I gotta-
listeners that probably be pretty disappointed when they think like, oh yeah, we got another emo podcast, and they come on and you guys are like just
Do
regular
we
chicks to
sound
me.
emo?
No, but the
Does
name.
demon
the
trash
I
name.
got you. I got
The
you.
name. Like
Is it the art? Is it because it's like black and,
and
neon?
then
The
I
art
went to your
fresh and shit.
Instagram
It's
and then y'all
kinda
have like devil horns on your pictures and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, and then one of them was pretty funny. It was like when the devil comes to take your soul and but it's like he's sitting right next to him, but y'all have so much in common, so y'all just have a conversation. I don't know how it went, but it was super duper
I
funny.
have no idea what the fuck you're talking
You-
about, but I
y'all
believe
posted
you.
it.
I believe you. I know. Like, pretty much our Instagram is just like, our content is literally like millennial culture being, essentially it's the Broad City of podcast. And we just play into this idea of just like being imperfect and being troublemakers. Like, so we play into the whole like I'm a devil, like I give into temptation, like we make mistakes all the time, even though we know it's not the right move because like whatever, like
Yeah.
but the whole concept is us trying to be better people. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? And like that's kind of like, because your 20s are so weird. You go from like being in college and like leaving home, and then you're on your own, and you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
like what is this? Like, you
now
know,
you're paying rent and you're just like no idea what to do when like something bad happens. You have no money and you're just like, I should have spent like $100 on food last week,
yeah.
or like eating out or drinking, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Women got
oh
it
well.
easy now though. If y'all don't make money, y'all can just do like cam shows and shit.
I mean, we've been looking for sugar daddies. Like, do you know any sugar daddies?
Yeah.
You know what's
Because-
up? You like y'all like,
But
like
like,
black guy- you don't even know
just
what you
like we just want to text them and like, you know.
Yeah, like what is your, you know, some sugar daddies?
Hell yes.
What do they like? Because
Yeah.
I'm
Are
looking
you
for a
willing
sugar
to
daddy.
send? Are you willing to
qualifications.
send breast and ass pics whenever you ask for it, and you're already out?
Without
'Cause-
my face? Without my face?
No face. You don't gotta have face.
100. What's what kind of money are we talking?
The ones I mean, we talking 40 at the beginning. 40.
$40?
That's for a pic.
$40?
See, she
Honey,
was just
no.
talking about somebody selling her virginity for $1 million to get into Harvard.
Oh, you listen to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
cheap.
No, honey.
$1 million for a virgin. So
And then she was
I've gotten offers to send pics of my feet,
Feet,
for a
yeah.
couple hundred.
dudes
a
love
pic.
feet. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I don't get that.
I don't
shit.
understand why guys like feet. Do you know? If
I
you
like-
don't
I like-
understand,
I like
you
white,
know.
I like white toes. Well, white toe polish.
That's a fucking
Weird
statement
shit.
I've never thought I'd ever hear in my
It's
whole fucking life.
attractive. This shit is attractive.
White
toenails? I don't
toes.
get it. I see
Yeah.
this all about it.
White toenails.
Just
White
get feet.
toenails or
It's feet,
like
though.
white feet?
Not white, like not white
Like
girl
with
feet.
calcium
Not white girl feet.
deficiency
Like
toenails? Too much calcium.
I'm talking about the
Like-
actual. I'm talking about the actual polish.
Polish.
White
Okay.
nail polish. Got
yeah.
it.
So I think that it's sexy. Like I don't know. Y'all don't seem like the type that get you, but I could be wrong. That
Do
are
you?
real nailish.
I mean, we do. It's just
Yeah.
expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to cut
Or
back.
they're millennials, man. They don't pay for dumb shit like that.
No,
know
I got debt.
Those are expensive. Though. That's like $60 for like a fresh set.
Mhm.
Oh,
We
What is it
were
called?
we
French
were
tips.
going for a
French tips,
while.
that's what I mean.
We were going, but then I realized I was like,
Who
Wow.
gives a fuck, right?
It's like no, I
It's also
care.
just
I
really
care. I care a
expensive.
lot.
Sorry.
It's just like, I mean, I like to look good, of course. What girl doesn't? But it's like it's so expensive.
it takes an hour. Like you have to set an appointment. It's a lot of work.
And then that 1 hour turns into 2 because they fucking lie.
hmm
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
it breaks, and you're just like, well, this was $60 down the drain.
I don't
Yeah.
get nails. I don't really understand. If I'm a man, I don't think I would understand nails in the first place. shit kind of.
Girls take their boyfriends all the time though. Like they don't like put acrylics on or anything. It'd be
I
funny if
need
they
that. My
did.
feet are fucking. Beat, boy.
Acrylics on your
Nah,
nails
you
and
can
toes.
make-
Maybe
I-
my toenails are dead.
Yeah, you have a girlfriend, right?
Hot.
His wife.
Oh, wife.
Oops.
My ass- I
Does she go get her nails done?
You
You should go with her. Get
Nah,
a
they
pedicure.
They don't see my feet. I'm like, listen, man, fuck.
But then he has
Nah.
all daughters too, so he's gonna have to send them all.
Yeah, you should
Right.
just
Yeah,
go
I
with
can't
him.
send one without the
The
other.
other, yeah.
Fuck.
Mm.
Now I'm in a hole. What? $300, man. Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Oh.
Just for them to break them hoes in a couple days.
So habits, bad habits. What are some bad habits you ladies have?
Hey, chug that up, man. Is this sparkling water? Y'all playing with these claws?
It's
Chill
more
out.
left. I mean, we have more left.
What
so.
you doing with your claw, man?
I'm playing with mine.
Damn,
I'm
dog.
babysitting definitely.
Bad habits. I mean,
Like,
what
man.
don't we have?
Yeah.
We just went through a whole series where we talked about
All of our bad habits.
What's
so-
your biggest bad habit that you wish you? Well, I mean, what's your biggest bad habit?
I think for sure, like, my biggest bad habit. I've been trying to break it though. Is the Uber Eats.
What?
Yeah,
You're
dude.
broke? You said? Uber
Yeah,
Eats
Uber is
expensive as fuck.
expensive.
It's
right?
so expensive.
Why I'm
Bro.
fucking broke, dude. This is why it's
So
my
you
bad
like once a
habit.
week, twice a week or what, man?
No,
Daily.
Ridiculous.
I was a daily Uber Eats hoe.
Oh, wow.
I was an Uber Eats slut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That shit like I ordered Jack in the Box. It was like $12. That shit.
You order
was-
Jack in the Box on Uber Eats. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I ordered Chipotle. Let me get fucking some.
No,
Austin
they don't
hip
deliver on Uber Eats.
They don't?
Everybody knows that.
Shit. Oh, my bad. Look, oh, okay, I ain't hip. Talk to
Uber
the-
Eats
to the Uber
etiquette,
Eats.
man.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad,
I
man.
won't
Yeah, yeah.
order anything that has a drive-through on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
It's like
But like, I mean, I've ordered
it's a new
McDonald's
definition.
on Uber Eats because
Oh,
they
so
deliver
you're
it
no
nicely,
better.
and it makes you feel good when you're stoned.
Don't you think like I feel like somebody would like dig in my fries on the way? Like
Probably you
yeah,
wouldn't know. You wouldn't know though.
like,
You wouldn't know.
Man, I ordered a fucking large.
But that's why I like McDonald's because
Half
they
the
seal the
hoes-
bag.
Oh, okay.
They seal the
See,
bag.
I've
For
never,
real?
Yeah.
I've never ordered on Uber Eats ever. Matter of fact, the delivery people don't even. They don't. My neighborhood, they don't even come in.
Uber Eats, man.
Yeah.
That's
Why is
mine.
that?
That's for me. Are you Charles? Nope, but that's for me.
Yeah.
That's mine. I'm
Bro,
hungry as hell.
I cannot get pizza delivered to my house.
Like I ordered Uber
Seriously?
I'm
Eats today.
dead serious.
Why? You live far?
No, my neighborhood. I guess
Is it
they
too
just
sketchy?
Y'all from Austin?
people.
No.
No.
Y'all from?
I'm not really from anywhere. I moved around a lot as a kid, but I moved here from Boston.
Ooh,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
shit about Boston.
Army brat?
No.
No, just.
Fucked up family.
Family. Oh, I know.
Just
I know a little about a fucked up family. I mean,
Where you say you
what
from?
about you?
I'm from Maryland.
Maryland.
Oh, y'all East Coast folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
East
Yeah,
Coast.
man, we Southern.
Yeah, her dad and my mom are siblings, and
Mhm.
they're originally from the Southern Maryland area.
Cool. That's a lot different from here.
Yes.
It's very
So
different.
how long
Yeah.
have you been in Austin?
I'm coming up on 3 years, a little over
Oh, y'all
3
got new
years.
Austin.
Yeah, y'all
probably.
knew Austin nice.
Yeah. So then,
I
if
guess. I feel
I
like I've
feel
been
like
here
you've
forever.
been here longer
You're
than me.
Yeah, so you're probably like 2.5.
Yeah.
Really?
So did your boyfriend of 7 years, he moved here with you, or did you like?
It was his idea.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because he works in the film industry.
Uh-huh.
So there was just more opportunity here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You do a lot of stuff in Austin.
In fact, he's working today. So,
Cool.
What kind of films he into?
well, he mostly does commercial,
Mhm.
but I mean, I work in the industry too now. So, but it's mostly commercial. There's a lot of commercial here, but I mean, there's TV shows and shit here
Y'all
all
do
the time.
films like you know.
Tell us.
Home
Damn.
videos.
Yeah, for real. Hey, babe, hold on. We gotta pause. This lighting's fucked.
Fucked
man.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
for real, it's fucked up. I gotta angle it better.
I'm such a perfectionist. I feel like if we did do a sex tape, it would have to be a whole production. We need to hire PAs
Like
and
cuts
shit.
and different
Okay.
angles, different
Mhm.
You
cameras.
had to
Cool.
get someone
Lighting,
in there.
lighting.
You couldn't do it
Lighting's
yourself.
everything. Yeah.
Lighting is definitely.
We definitely need like we black. We need light. See us with the spotlight.
Yeah, I need like euphoria lighting. I need like yeah, it's gonna have to be a whole
Strong.
thing. But
angles.
I mean, it's in production. We're in pre-production right now
Okay.
for the point.
for the
I feel like
for
I
the
feel like
over
I feel
script.
like all
For our-
couples should record themselves having sex.
so you can work on it like a playbook.
Yeah, like I would like the running
I
back.
didn't like how
watch
your
it.
dick was dipping in
Yeah.
right. If you could just go on a firm, like a harder angle.
Like, babe, angle the. We need the ass
Bro,
shot
that
at
shit-
the camera. You fucking
Yeah.
point that way.
Bro,
get
I
it.
feel like every
See how you
couple
get
should
lazy
do it.
when you arch your back?
Yeah. Your
I
arch
don't
too
like
straight.
that.
Yeah, it's not good for the camera, man. I'm gonna have to bring somebody else in and shoot the scene, G. You know what I'm saying? Bring somebody else up. So y'all like Austin? Y'all liking it so far? Y'all fresh
Yeah.
to Austin.
Yeah, no, we love it here. It's the best.
You get that cliche, like, every time I tell somebody, like, I'm born and raised in Austin my whole life, like, wow, I'm like, I live here, don't I? Like, how is it so uncommon that somebody has been
Natives
here their
are
whole
rare,
life?
yeah. I mean, I used to
Yeah,
live
it's
here actually
weird.
when I was younger. I went to first and second grade, kindergarten, first and second grade here, like up in Cedar Park.
Okay.
Yeah, but I moved around Texas a lot when I was younger. I was actually born in Texas. I was born in Plano.
Okay, cool.
But no, I like kind of remember what Austin was like when I lived here like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I applied
Different.
for, this is off subject, but I applied for Plano Fire Department. They have, like,
Yeah.
they have, like, the
Really?
highest payroll, like, as far as
They
weekly.
got a lot of
I
fires
mean,
out there, so.
No, it's just a rich area, like a
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
wealthy area. So they pay their fire department like the most in like Texas. So,
Yeah, it is
random.
so big now. Like my mom says, like when we lived there was nothing. Like she had a house with like a ton of land.
Okay.
Like but now it's like basically like a giant city.
City.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's different now.
We saw y'all got an anchor sponsor. How y'all do that?
Just
Yeah.
apply to Anchor.
Matter of fact,
Mhm.
just tell us
It's so
how the
easy.
process goes, because I'm like, I'm listening. I listen to you guys, and I was listening to some other people, and I'm like, where the fuck did we miss this? How come everybody else is using this Anchor app?
Well, you see, Anchor is free. I don't know what you guys use to host your podcast now. It's free, and then like everyone,
This is a mess.
Yeah.
This reminds me of us.
yeah, they just have like a sponsor, and like usually like the first sponsor is Anchor.
Yes.
So they like have like they'll try and match you with like different, sponsors that you can do.
It's literally free. Just start.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
recommend Anchor to any podcaster because it's so easy.
and it's free, which is really helpful
Yeah.
when
What
you're
is-
like
what is it,
paying for
though? What is
stuff.
Anchor though? It's just
It's a hosting website.
okay.
Yeah. Well, because it's like you
Use
just post
Anchor,
it on
hashtag
Anchor and then it goes.
Demon Trash.
It goes to all of your platforms from Anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kinda what they do for us
Anchor.fm/demon
here, though.
trash. Support us for as little as 99 cents a month. Thanks, guys.
That's the part I was interested
Hey!
in. I was like,
What was that?
Bro, you could like you
Was
could
that a
ask
plug?
people to you could ask
Yeah.
people to
Just plug us,
support you
man.
for like $1. Like, come on, man, what the fuck is $1 a month?
The fuck is $20 a show, man?
Well,
Not little-
have you ever? It's like Patreon. It's like
Mhm.
Patreon, but on through them specifically.
Mhm.
So it's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Y'all do y'all's podcast. You said from your house.
Yeah, we were doing it from hers, but then she's got some ratchet ass neighbors who just fight all the time. So we were like, we should go.
Perfect. It's perfect, man.
It was like it was to a point where it was like, all right, come on.
Again,
Yeah, it's just
Like
like,
physical or what?
Mid show.
oh, for sure, it's for
shouting, very
shouting.
loud. Like it sounds physical because there's a lot of like slamming and
we
stuff
record right through that
downstairs.
shit. That'd be lit. if I get a Jones at it again, but
Yeah,
anyways, yeah.
make it a part of the show. Like,
One time the police came around because I guess somebody had called them, but like the people downstairs they like didn't say anything.
She was with a bunch of Latinos, so they like
All the
stick up for each
Latinos.
other.
So,
So, they're
like,
like,
I
we
did-
don't
like,
know anything.
I was like, I knew where the fight was, and the police asked them, but they didn't ask me. But I was like, I don't think I should snitch. Like, I don't want them to know. So I'm like, I'm not gonna snitch. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything
You
either.
think you got it bad over there now.
just as long,
Yeah,
as,
I don't
long as the
wanna-
cop doesn't walk in the wrong apartment, you're fine.
Yeah.
oh
Christ.
god.
Oh, you know how
Here we go. I know how you feel.
Here's the
I know,
real show. Look, put your off table. Now we're to the real show.
I know you're not. I know you're not big on forgiveness and all
Yeah.
that.
Not. I am not.
Zero, you don't give a
No,
fuck
I
that,
honestly though, I don't want to go into. We don't have to go into that again. But
Go,
I agree
go,
with you. I
go,
agree with you.
go.
Actually, I agree with you. Actually, like I'm like.
man. Bro. If somebody, if,
Oh, no, no, it's
bro,
not my
bro,
first one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you're starting, if you guys are setting up for a podcast, right,
Mhm.
and the fucking police officer comes into your apartment, wherever you live, and shoots you as you're setting up your microphones
Well,
on your
they're not
couch.
getting shot,
No,
sure.
I'm just saying, let's just put them in the
'cause we're-
same perspective. A
we're
black cop comes in and shoots you on your couch while you're setting up for your
Oh,
podcast,
wrong. It's
waiting on your
it's in
cousin.
apartment 27.
Would you
Oh,
would,
fuck, I thought I
would
was
you
at
forever
home.
forgive that police officer for killing your cousin?
No.
No, fuck no, right?
You shouldn't be busting
don't
into
think-
my
I don't
apartment either.
I don't even think it's a black and white thing. I honestly
going
think it's
straight
a blue
to
and
jail
black thing.
because
It's
I'm
not
gonna
black-
kill.
Like it's
what?
a blue and black thing. Like us against the police. The way I feel is like us against the police department. But if you look at it as a human, from a human being perspective, why would she forever forgive that police officer that mistakenly shot her, minding her business, on her couch in her apartment? Like why do I owe him forgiveness?
Well, none of us are religious, so we would definitely wouldn't forgive him. But
That's a question I wanted to ask
if
him.
you believe, if you're
We're
religious
not
strong
religious.
enough,
At all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
if you believe in a holier being so much that you fucking go to church every Sunday and you pray all the time, you might forgive somebody. Because God doesn't make mistakes, man. He had a big plan.
Man,
He had a big plan for my
what
nigga
the
Jamal
fuck
that
was
got
he
shot
try-
eating ice cream, man.
What the fuck was he
Jamal,
trying
what
to
you
teach me
doing right
from
now?
that, man? What
I
the
asked
fuck
the
was he
same
trying to teach me?
question, bro. My homeboy lost twin babies, right? And one dumbass Negro told him, bro, God don't make mistakes.
Yeah,
On the
Oh
post,
my
on the
God.
post. You sure
On the
about
post
that?
that.
You sure he ain't fuck up? Look, oh, shit,
I
I
was,
killed
hey,
twins.
hey, bro, just drop your location. Let me pull up on you real quick.
On the corner, like, to his face, though. He's a little white dude, man. He know how to take it.
I would have beat his ass.
I put him to the side, I was like, bro,
God
yeah, we ain't all
doesn't
like
make
that. man. I said, God definitely fucked
I
up,
think
bro.
I think he just fucked up just now.
Yeah.
Speaking through your fucking dumbass mouth.
Yeah. No, for real, seriously.
He
Like,
brought your dumb ass to me. I don't know, bro.
I don't. It's a lot of stuff I don't get with religion right now. I have a lot of questions. I grew up. My mom's a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
She always prayed for us. I always taught us to pray. I always prayed. She always went to church. All of that stuff. But once I became an adult and started using common sense and putting two and two together, I'm like, okay, now some of this shit is just not adding up. It's a lot of stereotypical stereotypes in there. Not
Mhm.
stereotypes. No, I'm sorry. A lot of contradictions in there
Yeah.
and different things that just don't make sense. Like, and with real life shit happening around me, trying to plug that in and play with the Bible, shit start to sound like a bunch of excuses being made from this higher being. When good shit is happening, when good shit is happening,
Claw, please.
like passing around claws,
Yeah.
God is good.
Yes.
But once
now,
we run it, but once we run out of claws, it was the devil.
I almost sometimes feel like so I moved to the Midwest after the economy crashed.
Mhm.
My mom my mom lost her
Fucking
job.
hate that, bro.
My mom lost her job for 2 years, and so we were poor as fuck. And so she had to go where the jobs were. So she got hired, and we had to move to Illinois. And yeah, that's a fucking evangelical Christian zone, dude. And so, being Catholic was kind of weird out there. I grew up Catholic. After I did my whole first communion, my mom was like, all right, we're done. So we didn't really go to church. But I was bullied by Christians
Wow.
for not being Christian.
Wow.
And I was always the new girl, so at school, so imagine being the new girl. You have these people coming up to you who are like, let's hang out, let's go to the Bible study, and it's like, well, I don't want to go to Bible study, but we can go to the mall this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was like, but why? And it's like, are you a Christian? It's like, no. And it's like, then they were bullying me, and I was like, this is just some bullshit.
We throwing crosses at you and shit.
Yeah. No, they
Yeah.
they're throwing cross daggers at me.
When you a holy water.
It's so contradicting. Like, you're supposed to be a Christian and treating people such a certain way, but most of the Christians I know commit the most crimes, the most adultery.
But when you see a black man on national TV be a Christian, why that should have been your
Because-
moment where you're like, oh, this shit does exist.
You know what? I feel like he was being dumb. I feel like you know how I feel about
Can I
that.
say something?
Go ahead.
And this might get me in trouble. Someone's gonna pull this when Demon Trash takes off. They might pull this up and be like, "This bitch."
Oh
She
no,
said-
we're fucked too.
No,
we said some
We
like,
did say- we
but
said some bad
okay,
shit, too.
Yeah.
so conspiracy theorist. I'm
That's
like,
old.
part of me's just like, did someone put him up to this? I feel like someone
Yeah.
put him up to it. It felt weird.
the brother, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I feel the
forgetting
same way.
that, I was
feel
like,
the same way.
I feel like this is it made it a thing, and it just felt weird. And I remember watching the clip being like, either this boy is fucking crazy or just so overcome with grief that he felt like he needed to do this, or
God.
or
bro, we'll give
something
your
else.
family
Somebody
50
else
grand.
made a
We'll
call.
give your family $50,000 if y'all play this cool, man.
Bro, I truly believe that because I feel like I'm like, and only reason that I stopped thinking like that because he kind of said in his statement, his closing statements, like, I wasn't gonna say this out loud. I didn't want to say this in front of my family because he knew he was finna fuck up. Like, he literally knew, like,
You
I
don't
shouldn't be saying this.
You don't
shit.
say
I
shit
shouldn't
like
be do
that unless you know you're fucking up.
He knows
Yeah.
the black community was gonna crucify him for not doing what they would
As
do.
we should,
No, well, we're judgmental as fuck.
As
I don't
we
think we
should.
should. We do judge on everything, bro.
bro. He just
We-
owed a
we-
responsibility in that moment not to do that.
Nah,
Listen,
he's like,
what
he's like, look, I'm gonna be a
actually,
different
think
motherfucker.
about it. Think about it, right? Think about it.
What?
What's more sincere?
Oh.
Somebody making an apology
Y'all listen
to
this?
you. Listen. What's more sincere? Somebody making an apology to you in front of a large crowd, a large audience, where they are going to be applauded for apologizing to you or supporting you.
Who applauded?
Versus
That whole fucking courtroom, dude.
Versus somebody.
It was not one
Versus
black person.
listen. Versus somebody that comes to you personally and say, you know what, just you two, I'm sorry. Or if it's something as far as support, you know, they'll support you behind the scenes without any recognition. Which one seems more genuine to you?
I mean, obviously the behind the scenes.
Exactly, right? So if that's how he really felt about Amber Geiger and actually forgiving her,
No.
and he felt that in his heart,
You missed it, bro.
that is something that he could have done off camera.
You missed the point of him doing
No.
it.
The
He
point,
did it for niggas
like me.
for brothers. He did it for brothers like you, right? And other black people that are showing like we will never forgive no shit like that. He wanted to show us, right? Look, we are all capable of forgiveness, right? I'm not even religious at all, but he did it to her face in front of the camera, in front of thousands, millions of people, just to prove a point. Doing it to her ear wouldn't have made no fucking that it wouldn't have impacted his heart. He showing black people like, hey man, all this church shit does work. Look,
That dumb motherfucker
He done.
did
I
not
think- I
plan that
agree.
out that deep.
He did. That's why he
That's
apologized.
not
He's
what
like,
he
I'm about to do
would've done
something that all the black people gonna crucify me for doing. All y'all niggas not gonna understand what I'm about to do. But I'm
Oh.
about to
I
do
feel like
it.
he was paid.
Yeah.
I feel like he was paid.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
not gonna
you,
lie, dude. I
thank
really
you,
do feel like he
thank
was
you.
paid,
Something
but
happened.
whatever. Like if
How
that
much? Hey, hug her. How much?
You hugged her for a
Dallas
couple
is a
grand?
rich ass town full of
Killing
rich,
Paul?
powerful
If- if so-
white people.
Let's
How
flip
much?
it on him.
How much?
They killed Paul. His brother's name's Paul. They killed Paul.
Paul, fuck.
Christian
I
name.
walk in on Paul and I'm like, bam, bam.
And you demon trash? I'm like, well, you didn't mean to do that shit.
No. I'm me, Carol,
You're a
Ella,
cop?
Murrah, and I'm
cop.
like, this is my house and I'm
Was
a
he on the
cop
couch when
now.
you shot him? He's on the couch.
Yeah, and he's eating Bluebell.
Watching
Well,
Dragon
duh,
Ball Z
Shoot
and
him.
shit.
He's eating
Ra-
bluebell.
he-
Twice.
yeah.
Hit him up again. Oh, you know you fucking dogs, man. Hey, give me that gun, man. Look, let me
You know,
finish
this is
him off.
classic deflection, and
he is the king of it.
This
I
is
would not. I
classic
would never forgive you
deflection.
for doing it, but I'm not gonna go on TV and be like, "Fuck you," because that's not gonna bring my brother back.
no,
None of
but
shit bring my brother
that's
back.
the thing though. You don't have to go on TV and say "fuck you," but like to go.
That's what black people
I
wanted, though.
forgive you. Well, I mean,
They
listen,
wanted that. They didn't want him to hug her. They wanted him to be vengeful, pissed off, spiteful. But since he wasn't,
Are you black?
yeah, she black. Look at her.
Are you black?
Duh.
No,
I'm not
you're not black, right?
No,
but
I'm
you
not
sound like
black.
it sound like she wants the same thing.
No, I like I said, I agree with you.
So like I
What?
said, she agrees with me.
Yeah.
And she's not black.
But here's
So
the thing,
what?
like I don't want anybody, like I'm not one to like. I don't want to go to war over this. Like, you know, I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
Sounds like me now.
I
But
wanna
like,
go to war.
I don't know. Like, I feel like,
I'm gonna riot in this motherfucker.
oh my god, I just need
Sip the claw.
Sip the claw.
man.
Claw break.
Claw.
I need a claw break. White claw.
Unicorn,
Uh-oh.
unicorn,
Oh, no.
unicorn.
Oh, no.
Unicorn, you've been
Conspiracy,
pretty
man.
quiet on this subject. What's going on?
She doesn't like to get political.
Well, get a little. You don't have to get political. Just be a person.
She's like, I hate black people.
No.
Well, you asked for it.
Hey,
I think
That's
you two
clipped
fools-
and on the
y'all
internet
should-
now.
Y'all should shut your mouths.
That's clips.
Yeah.
That's clips.
Y'all should
Caption
shut
it.
your mouths and
That's
shut
gonna
up
get
about
Hey,
it.
that
taken out
makes
of
for good
context.
podcasting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't really know what this event. I
Amber
Perfect.
Geiger,
You don't need to know
the
about
police officer in
Nah, you
Dallas
don't.
who
Look,
walked
I be
in
there. I
and
be
shot
there. Look.
Was
shot
he
the
a,
dude.
So was he a black police
Claw,
officer or a
No,
white
it was a
police officer?
white woman who walked into the wrong
Oh, Amber.
apartment and shot a black man in his apartment hanging out.
Bluebell ice
That's
cream, don't
obviously wrong. Like she shouldn't be
She was
entering.
and she was off duty.
forget. Facts.
Why would she do that?
No,
there's just a no.
Seriously.
There's just a point where you're just like, why would that person do that? That makes absolutely no sense. It's like, is it all
You couldn't
police
have a
officers,
conversation?
or is it just that one person?
You couldn't have
who's
a conversation.
friggin' idiot.
You'd be like,
a
what are you doing
fucking
in my
imbecile.
apartment? And he's like, you're in my apartment. And then she's like, oh, I'm a dumbass. My bad.
I mean, in a
Like-
perfect world, she probably came in, boom. Didn't
What,
even
like
ask
she
for
just
it.
was. She was like, gun. Like
was
out
she?
of
Did
nowhere.
she think she was in her apartment?
That's what the story
Yes.
says.
Well, that's what the story is. Here we
Bro,
go.
but see,
Conspiracy
my
theory.
thing,
It's
my
a
thing.
setup.
It's a
Yeah.
setup. And the plan to that
You shouldn't
conspiracy
shoot
theorist.
anyone unless they're actually like physically assaulting you and like. It's a
Guess what
threat.
happened to the top witness? Murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, the top witness,
Hold
the
on,
one
I got
who
Joe Rogan on speed
Yeah.
dial. Let's get him in here.
the top witness was murdered. The one who testified against her, he's dead now.
Why?
Where?
Conspiracy. It's some kind of conspiracy going on here.
This is
How
why I
did he
think he was
die?
paid.
You know?
He was
paid.
killed. He was shot.
It shot him in his mouth too.
Whoa.
That's true. I
She's
swear.
she's a
It
gun
is.
toter. Do you think you could shoot someone in the mouth?
You strapped right now?
No.
No, she's not
She's
strapped.
I'm not strapped
She's
right
got
now.
a pink gun. It's pink, right?
No, I don't have a pink
Is
gun.
it a pink case? It's cute
No.
though.
With those neighbors, I'm pretty sure she needs one.
No, you should see her targets. Too. Her targets are scary.
Guns,
She does not. She does not. She's not locked and loaded. I promise.
No,
I don't even
have
like.
my license.
I wish she was. I'd ask to see it live.
Yeah, that's why I
She
like-
just
that's why I
pulls
like-
it out
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
table.
Yeah, look. Slam it down. Like, oh, shit, man.
No, guns are not a toy. You don't.
Not.
Thank you,
If
Avery.
you're a gun owner, or you should be taking classes. You should know how to handle it. It's not
Yeah.
something you whip around at parties.
Yeah.
You
I feel
bring it,
like-
you use it. If you know, your hope is you never have to use the gun. Like
I don't
that's
like
the
guns. I
point.
want swords.
Sword.
Take it
Yeah.
that way.
Oh my
I bet
She
you-
likes
I bet
swords.
you want to kill this motherfucker. You
Fucking,
ready to
what's
do
those
that
things
shit
you
out?
throw, like the stars,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sharp
No, no, no.
motherfuckers?
Those are weak. I want
Those are weak.
fucking swords.
She
I
wants like a katana that she can just like
yes,
swing around.
yes.
I mean, if you're gonna kill somebody,
Somebody
it's
we were
like,
oh,
actually
shit.
googling on the
bloody.
way over here. Did you find out if I can carry swords around, or do I need a license for that?
I don't know.
You need a
We'll have to look
license
it
for
up.
Do I?
Yeah.
I think you do.
I mean,
got-
like
you
they
got
literally
a
let
sword
people
license.
walk around. They let nudists walk around without clothes on. Why can't you carry a
Yeah.
sword?
Totally different thing.
I mean,
but
I
you're
mean,
absolutely right.
I mean, I'm less likely to be like, oh my God, she has a sword, versus seeing
the
somebody
way
walk
you
in
say
fucking Walmart naked.
sword. Sword. I love it.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
The W, I think,
I'm
is
more
silent.
outraged by
Is it?
a guy
I don't
walking.
know. Is it
Some people say it,
sword?
like English people. The English
Sword?
sword.
Sword.
Never heard it.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it like that.
You guys are wrong. No, I really want a sword. She was like, sword plays your kink. Is that what
No,
you said?
she loves like whenever she talks about sword, she gets really like
Hot
turned
and
on. It's
bothered.
weird.
Don't watch Troy then.
I love Troy.
Troy.
Oh my God, Brad Pitt.
Troy is like literally Troy is like top 6 favorite movies ever.
you?
I've watched Troy like 40 times.
40?
Yeah, I love shit like that.
Troy?
man.
For real?
Troy, man.
I mean, it's good, but like,
come on, man. That's
Lord of
a
the Rings.
hell of a
Let's talk,
movie.
we can talk swords. Let's talk Lord of the Rings.
oh hell yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
man.
Come
now
and
I'll
step
be
into
lost.
our arena.
Go ahead.
I love
Get
Lord
in
of the
there, man.
Rings.
Get in there,
I
man.
deep like them.
Yeah.
Probably too deep. Read the book and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to open a window.
Yeah.
Getting moist
I've
in
never
here,
finished the Lord of the Rings movie, but he is big. He likes Lord of the Rings. I think his first date with his wife was Lord of the Rings.
Harry Potter. Okay.
It's the same shit.
Oh,
Don't
Harry
fucking
Potter.
play
Yeah, it's the same shit.
That's even
Okay,
better.
it's not the same shit,
That's
and
what
I
I
will
thought, though.
have you know, sir.
This guy got him confused, right? I took it. She hated that shit, but I was like, she said
If you
she
listen
did.
to if you're actually a real one, then you know I know everything about Harry Potter. I
School
don't
me.
fuck around.
Potter.
School me.
Shit, I don't know.
Let's go to
Who you
class.
want?
Let's
What
go
do
to
you want
class.
to
know?
know? Trivia.
I don't know.
Yeah, full of trivia.
No
We'll ace
smoke.
it.
No smoke that shit. Don't cook me, man. I'm good.
Alcohol or marijuana?
Marijuana.
Both.
Said the virgin. I'm like,
That's it.
I mean,
Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy that the virgin thing is something that you guys focus in on, because like when you know Avery, she's like fucking crazy. Like
she all that built up
Fucking
skeet
yeah,
going
man.
through her ears. No offense.
skeet.
Built up sexual tension.
How often,
man.
if you have tension, like you, for instance, how often do you have tension and stuff going on, but then when you have that sexual release, you feel better, right?
Yeah, it's on,
moment.
So imagine somebody who
I'm like
what?
for about
Mhm.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta pay that shit, man. Look, get off me. Go.
Yeah.
Get out.
I just fucking do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Fuck you, T.
We're wasting time. We need to go back to work.
Oh wow, man.
How long y'all been doing your podcast?
Oh damn. I don't know. A year.
June, last
Almost 2 years.
June.
2 years in April, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. He started way before I got on with him, so I don't know exactly how long he's been
I
doing.
just doing it by myself, like just sitting.
That's
there.
weird. Don't like. Could you sit there and talk with yourself?
I don't know.
That's a talent,
I don't
though.
know.
Yeah.
That's how Joe Rogan started. He just talked in the microphone
Yeah,
for
but
a long time.
Do you
Fucking
like
Joe
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan's insane? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
like he could talk about monkeys like every episode. Like he's like,
Yeah, he
have you
loves
ever
to
seen
talk
Hey, when he
apes
says
like
I'm,
fuck each
when
other?
he says I'm an idiot, I'm like, if you're an idiot, then I'm fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I'm fucking
Fucking
I don't know,
moron,
like-
No
right?
brain, yeah.
Mental retardation.
I don't got shit in my
I would hate to listen to my like the Carol podcast. Like that would be insane.
that's why she needs me.
Yeah.
She be dogging you, man. I'm like, get on her ass.
And-
Get her.
I feel like that's
On
why we
me?
work, cause
You're so nice, right?
Yeah, I am pretty.
oh, y'all
nice.
like? Do y'all feel like y'all share y'all have a lot of things in common, but y'all completely different?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how we are. Like I
Mhm.
think that's why we work, cause like we disagree about almost fucking everything, but at the same time we have a lot in common. It's kind of weird. It's
Are you
kinda
guys
the
related?
dynamic. Not at all.
No,
Not all black people related.
that's not what I meant.
Finally,
That's what you
yeah.
fucking meant.
Someone
I
told
told
me.
you they're racist.
Yo,
We brought 'em in.
it's always a race thing with you guys.
Bro, no. Look.
We were a little nervous. We
Oh dear.
Here
We
go
can take it,
again.
man. We can take it.
Look, we did not steal your guys' land. It wasn't us, guys, fellas.
No, I
That's Dexter.
actually, it might have been our family.
Oh damn!
My last name's Middleton, so I'm
Oh
dead.
my God.
I definitely was a slave somewhere.
We're a
fuck.
very white
Slave.
family.
Fuck. Avery, no. Yeah, no, our family is Wonder Bread white. Like
Oh, wow.
it's
That's
insane.
good,
Like
that's
the conversations that happen at dinner, you're just like, oh god, Uncle Buddy's had too many whiskeys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uncle Buddy.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
exactly.
fucking name's Buddy.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
white.
like stereotypical uncle too.
Yeah,
Buddy.
no, he's.
Oh, damn.
But,
we took
uh,
a cloud break at the same
Yeah.
time.
Where's Claus?
No,
getting
it's
it?
weird because Avery and I were like the once a year cousins.
Mhm.
So, and then we like moved here and then we like unexpectedly became very close. So, it's worked out.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Literally podcasting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have to spend a lot of time with each other.
Y'all's podcast sounds good too. Y'all got the whole setup like this?
No, if you saw ours, I would be like, it's embarrassing.
We do it like on a couch and like
In my broken
mics are
couch, my
falling
dog
off.
is crawling all over us. Like, it's a fucking mess.
Well, that's.
but it works.
I feel like.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
That's good
I
because
mean, yeah.
I'm like brushing up
Raven
the
gets
Cheeto
on
and
us.
weed dust, like just like all right, make room for the mic. Like,
Like, weed dust.
just toss.
So it's safe to
Dirty
say
clothes
y'all
behind.
can't wait till they legalize it here.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like every state I move out of, it becomes legal. So I'm just like, do I have to move out of Texas or like
Move
what the
and then
fuck
come
is this?
back.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like Texas will be the very last state. to
100%,
legalize it, for
100%.
sure.
But oh,
I'm
we're
faded.
running low on time, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn.
Like,
What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like I've been seeing billboards, and I think it's like the CBD thing, but I've been seeing a lot of billboards and like advertisements to like break the stigma against marijuana and like around
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Around here, have you seen these?
No, I haven't.
I've seen a lot of that, and it's just like I'm like, is this the media prepping us and like normalizing it so that they can legalize it? You know?
Well,
What do you think?
that just also
That-
just
Conspiracy
might be
theory.
Austin because I'm sure if you like leave Austin and it's just like no, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a hippie town, so
Yeah,
I
Austin's
mean,
very,
you would
like,
feel
liberal.
like it'll be here, but
It should.
I don't
be
know
here,
the
but-
way it's set up, the way things looking, we'll be the last state. But that's just my opinion. I don't know that. I don't have any facts to back that, but that's just how I feel about just.
I
being
mean,
a
it's
Texan.
just pure obviousness that we're gonna be the last state for sure.
It's on the way, dog. Just keep
Yeah, it's
smoking
on the
that
way.
weed, motherfucker.
Where we on time?
Out.
Out.
I
Well.
was hoping we'd tell some spooky stories
yeah.
for Halloween.
So
Oh, we did.
plug your information in again, where people can find y'all and outros.
All right. We're the
Freestyle.
Demon Trash Podcast. Go to our Instagram, Demon Trash Podcast. Twitter at Demon Trash Cast. Facebook, Demon Trash Podcast. You can find me at _Carolella.
You can find me at Avery Bryce _ on Instagram.
Woot. All right,
Sounds
that's us.
awesome.
Come fuck with us.
Thanks for coming on,
hang
man.
out.
Y'all fucking-
I appreciate it,
y'all
man.
was
We loved it.
characters,
Yeah,
man.
This
thanks
was
for
awesome.
having us.
Thank
We
you
were
so
like
much.
not sure why, but you know.
Yeah,
We
I
had
was like,
fun.
I don't know what these guys are
I
in
told
for.
I said they're not gonna come, bro. Fuck
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna ask them anyway.
We're
Well,
risk
Oh,
takers.
we're
Demon
sorry.
Trash.
Been
People
another
died. We had
episode
to
of the
deal
Road
with that.
Lounge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We had legitimate excuses for not coming, but we're here now, so that's what matters.
Awesome.
amazing show. Thank y'all.
Loud.
Holla at y'all. Peace. Yeah, he does shooting.
Bye.
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 Bye.